Let's play a game. When I say a word, just say the next word that comes to your mind. Peanut butter. Did you say jelly? Salt. Did you say pepper? How are we able to accurately predict what people will associate together? In order to see where these associations come from, let's take a look at how our brain works. Your brain is constantly interacting with stimuli around you, taking the world in, learning and processing information most of the time without you even knowing it. Each time your brain encounters stimuli, it has two decision making routes it can use to process information. The first route is the conscious route. The conscious route is the thinking that you're aware of doing. This route processes information slowly, is systematic, and makes rational evaluations. Then there is the subconscious route. The subconscious route processes information hundreds of times faster, like fractions of milliseconds. It reacts automatically to stimuli and stores information by associating concepts often seen together, like peanut butter and jelly. Because we are constantly taking in information and stimuli, walking down the street, watching TV, going to our jobs, at school, even in this room now, our brain simply doesn't have the energy to continuously use the conscious part. It's information overload, so it often defaults to the unconscious part to process it all. In order to think more efficiently, we start associating things together, oversimplifying relationships, like girls like pink, boys like blue, girls play with dolls, boys play with trucks. Scientists are old, Mexicans are illegal immigrants, Americans are Caucasian, African Americans are delinquent, Muslims are terrorists, normal families have a mother and a father, and the associations and the lessons continue and continue and continue until you've learned these implicit stereotypes and you've learned them well. And you would be shocked how well our kids and adolescents already know these common stereotypical associations from a very young age. So when we talk about implicit bias, we are talking about the preferences for certain associations we may not even realize that we have. And it's not your fault or my fault that we are constantly making these associations. We do it because we have a human brain. Everyone does it subconsciously. We are not seeking out these messages. We are just living our lives, and these messages are bombarding us in the books we read, at the stores we shop at, and in the TV shows, movies, news, and commercials that we watch. And see, the thing is, the bias other people have about parts of your identity can advantage you or disadvantage you. And in turn, your bias about other people can advantage them or disadvantage them. The reason why is because we all carry around labels that make up our identity. Some of these labels we wear on our outside, like our race or our ethnicity. Some of these labels may be seen in the clothes, accessories, or jewelry we wear, like our religion or our socioeconomic status. Some of these labels can be heard, like our language or dialect. And some labels people may not even be able to see at all, like our sexual orientation. But all of these labels associated with our identity are also associated with bias. And if that bias is positive, like Asians are gifted or families have two parents, then those people are advantaged. And if that bias is negative, like Black students are delinquent or people with disabilities are not smart, then those people are disadvantaged. Some people can also be advantaged and disadvantaged at the same time when one aspect of their identity has a positive bias, but another part holds a negative bias. But remember, because it is a subconscious act, the implicit associations that we hold do not necessarily align with our declared beliefs or even reflect the stances we would explicitly endorse. Still, oftentimes at school, at work, or in life, the decisions we make about who to hire or fire, who to promote, pass, recognize, award, and who to punish. Who to include and who to exclude are guided unconsciously by bias. We do not do it on purpose. We just tend to favor people who are more like us, or more like someone that we care about, or someone that we know. We tend to favor lifestyles that more closely resemble our own, or resemble our own bias of what life should be like. This is what gives advantage to some and disadvantage to others. As educators who have the ability to impact so many students and who are responsible for the outcome of so many students' lives, it is imperative that we recognize the implicit bias we have and understand how it influences the way we perform our jobs.